British betrayal. Good afternoon, thank you for watching as always, it is appreciated. The artist formerly known as Prince Andrew has been arrested. Now, contrary to online chatter, the official reason why he's been arrested is impropriety or misuse of the public office. That is what he's being arrested for, and that is what he's being investigated for. The King has put out a statement distancing himself from his brother and not referring to him by any titles because he hasn't got any. What's this got to do with the government, and what is the government playing at? That's what I want to get into in this video. Firstly, you need to be aware that there's two types of power. You've got the old world, old money power, such as the royal family and wealthy elites. And you've got the new world and the new power, which is your elected politicians. Anybody who thinks the royal family is powerless, anybody who thinks that the monarch is ceremonial, needs their head examined. Now, constitutionally, it is right that the king or the monarch is constrained by convention, is constrained by acts of parliament, and is constrained by public opinion. However, the absolute powers of the monarchs of yesteryear are fully put into commission with elected civilians, or like the Prime Minister. That's why the Prime Minister can declare war, recognise countries, sign treaties on behalf of the Crown. All of these are powers that are vested formally in the monarch, and they are the centre of the construct in the United Kingdom from which power is shared, the King and Parliament. That is the constitutional reality of our system. Now, when people say that the King and his family have done things that are improper, to say the least, that could be true, that might not be true, that is rumour. What isn't rumour is that if they're in on it, the royal family is in on it, then the government is in on it as well. That is the whole point. If they knew, the palace knew, number 10 knew, and they're all up to the neck in it. Now, with regards to the Prince, or the former Prince Andrew, being arrested, why is Mandelson, Lord Mandelson, the former Lord Mandelson, Epstein's best mate, why has he not been arrested yet? It's the classic Labour doctrine of deflection. All Labour is doing is deflecting attention from themselves. If they're both guilty, they need their days in court and they need to be tried. If the legal system means anything, it means it needs to defend people you find unpalatable, and they need to be treated just like everybody else. How far does this go? The palace under the late Queen was always separate from governments because previous governments always kept the royal family out of politics. Since Keir Starmer's come into power, all he has done is throw the royal family under the bus for X reason, Y reason, or Z reason. It's always to deflect attention from the government, the failing Labour government's deep unpopularity. They keep on using the monarch and they keep on using the royal family as a shield. As I've said before, this isn't about guilt and this isn't about innocence. This is about a public institution being used as a shield by our corrupted government. I honestly think that the Labour government is completely compromised. They don't give two hoots about anything in the country other than their own bottom line. It's very, very short-term and narrow-minded. Now, in terms of other things that Keir Starmer has done, they brought the monarch into politics after the Southport atrocities, getting them to sign with the liberal elites, and other interventions like recent environmental films that the King has put out. All of this is unconstitutional based on our current setup, because the King is meant to be above politics, is meant to be a unifying figure. All of these things are contested. All of these things are controversial. All of these things are just the government party line of the day. This is deeply, deeply idiotic of the Labour government. I see it for what it is. You should see it for what it is as well. These are just my thoughts. Your mileage may vary. As always, like and subscribe. Do all of that great stuff. And I'll see you in the next video later on today. Have a good afternoon.